Good morning, everyone. My name is Tim Wiching, and I will present the second part of our presentation. And the first, as you know, how clean is the Mongolian steppe. And the third part, second part is the present situation and solution of the sustainable utilization of various type of waste in Mongolia. I will describe what we have done, what the modern way of utilization of various wastes, especially sustainable way of utilization of various wastes is a very important issue in modern time. Okay, it's a disclaimer, and I accept all the responsibility for share and copyright belong to original sources, but I'm using it for fair condition. And the first, I work for City University of Mongolia, which is one of the organizers of this event. And I want to very quickly describe about City University. It is one of the first private universities of Mongolia, and which was created in 1998. And our aim is to become a world-class university. And in our university we have 6 schools, including art, humanity or law schools, and mostly we are oriented in humanity field or field of not engineering science, and we will be very happy to collaborate with all such renowned scientists such as you, and we will be very happy to collaborate with you. And now, why I am presenting about this is because we are, as United Nations described, we have humanities having very big challenges, 17 big challenges, which is, and they described 17 sustainable development goals. So, among them, 2 of them is very important, and you can see here. Is sustainable consumption of responsible consumption and production, and life below water. It means about water. It means I will discuss about the water and sustainability. As you know, sustainability is related to waste materials, and waste materials, process of waste materials must be low energy, low environmental impact, and also property must be excellent property and durability, and it must have recycling potential. It can be recycled again. It means we can use our used materials again, which is sustainable way, which is called sustainable. And here is I have taken, as you know, linear economy, which we usually before sustainability comes, we use this way. And but in Mongolia, yesterday when we visited Chinggis Khan Museum, I didn't know that this Mongolians, many items were in ancient time they were sustainable way of, and they use it by many items by sustainable way. Especially they make all things by bones, many chopsticks or food. Sticks are all by bonds, which can be thrown out, and it's just a sustainable. It's very interesting. I didn't know it, but yesterday I realized, and it was very interesting to me. And so what the options are of waste utilization? We have lots of waste. Most important option is prevention. We must not treat waste. It's prevention, and but least is disposal. So in that case, what we need to do, and before disposal, we need to try to reuse, recycle them. And many researchers, especially in the world now, modern way, they focus on the research on recycling, reusing, and energy recovery is very important thing. And for Mongolian way of development, especially as a nomadic way of development, is directly cannot be used as a sustainable way because its time has been changed. We cannot we live as old, but we cannot can't be followed by what the other developed nations are doing. So we need to find our own way of development. It's waste to energy. In our laboratory we have learned and what need to be find way to sustainable use of various wastes, and waste to energy is, seems to be very important things. And also in energy generation from waste, especially landfill gas recovery and landfilling pattern to treat gas from waste raw materials seems to be very important topic in Mongolia. Unfortunately, there is only very few people are work on this field. We just try to promote or educate people. It's very important thing in our development. And also another very big waste is area retailments and everything, especially in Mongolia. We have Ulaanbaatar city. We have approximately 130,000 Prius cars. It's around 20 to 30% of cars in Ulaanbaatar is Prius car. And it has lots of battery, and this battery has very hazardous waste. It's considered one of the very hazardous waste, and but it contains really elements for what we need to do. We need to utilize, to find very way to utilize this battery from Prius cars, Prius type cars, and battery recycling things. So for waste recycling, what the important things? It need to be raw materials supply need to be constantly. It need in order to work as industry. It need to only one requirement. It need to be economically beneficial. Companies need to have economical benefits, otherwise it will not work. So in that case, what we have to do? Here, waste composition of Ulaanbaatar. If we such wastes we try to utilize in Ulaanbaatar, especially winter time, Gera area, 75% of winter's Gera area's waste is ash. People are using fuel or coal or other things, and their ashes is 75%. And summertime is a little bit lower. Summertime is food waste, and apartment hall is not ash. And here is only the waste weight, and also plastic waste is one of the very, very big challenge in Mongolia, plastic waste. And I will show in next slide why it's a very big problem and a very big challenge to utilize plastic waste in Mongolia. In the world, it says that 300 million tons of plastic every year is coming to disposal, and only 20% of them are recycled. Okay. Here is one problem about the plastics. Lake Kupsukul, and we call blue pearl of Mongolia. And science is generally very hard and can be cruel. And it's said in this paper, which is published, one of the authors is Dr. Bajatsir Balpi from Mongolian National University, has described that Blue Pearl, Kupsukul Lake has much more plastic pollution than any other bigger, pure water lakes in the world. This paper has over 1,500 citations up to date. And here, main findings there is why it's coming. Because it's mostly plastic waste is Kupsukul Lake. Plastic, all these wastes, which is people are not very well educated or not exactly, I must say, not well educated. People is not much aware about such plastic waste which they throw out is they destroying our Blue Pearl Kupsukul Lake. And all these plastic things comes as macro plastic in the Kupsukul Lake, and it's a very big problem. Also, thermal power stations waste in every year. Combustion byproducts are a very big problem, and why ash is need to be considered. And first, because in ash, by using ash, we can use it as substitute many other things, especially one boy who is born in 1990s can be used to cool like 34 tons of cement or 78,000 kilos of gravel and sand for concrete production. And these things can be substituted for fly ash. And why fly ash is in Mongolia the problem, or ashes? In Gere district in Mongolia, in Ulaanbaatar city, over 200 families are living in this district, and they release more than 100,000 tons of ash every year. It's a very big problem. And in our laboratory, we did such research, and we made cement by geopolymer concrete in using fly ash without any cement, processing them with alkaline, and make same as Portland cement, really high quality, high durability, high strength cement we can be produced. It's in our laboratories work. An advantage of course combustion byproduct, and especially in geopolymer, and it's a very modern topic now. We are working same level as in the world. And here is one thing we are always very proud of. It means we created we have standardized fly ash uses in Mongolia. And it means every year in around 33,000 tons of fly ash deposited in ash pond. And it can be directly used for concrete production. And now fly ash is very difficult to find in Mongolia. And it gives over 30,000 of cement saving. It means every year at least 6 billion cubic is saving for our concrete building materials producers. and it's just a Mongolian sign. For one sign, just we are spending every year approximately 300 US dollars. And by such a small amount of money, and our people can build only one project, the outcome comes like that. We can do such things, and about the Giri district ash. Giri district ash is, I said, 70% of winter waste is Giri district comes ash. And this ash is thrown out as landfill, but it's a source of dust. So we have suggested to using waste Giri district ash make absorbent materials, which can be used for cleaning of wastewater. It's a very new technology, and it's some examples. And only last few years, we have published over 50 internationally reviewed journal publications, and over 2,000 or 3,000 citations on this publication. From this publication, taken foreign scientists. And last is conclusion and recommendation. And therefore, our speaker is mostly give first key. The first key conclusions are how we need to live, and positive change, slow down, negative, minimal, simple, and clean lifestyle is very important to save, to keep this like nomadic style, and educate generation, also educate citizens to reusable cloth instead of single-use plastic. It's really important. And unfortunately, here is we have some animations, and it seems it doesn't work. But establishing the small-scale facility to landfill gas from organic waste seems very important, especially in some somtadolya we need for he гаргадаг тийм юу та акшн хийх боломжтой их чухал байгаа. Энэ юу одоохондоо яг тэдний сайн сумдын төвшин бол for use of hazardous waste or previous hybrid cars we need to have foreign investments in to be very important. For them give as possible many favorable tax holidays to create the factories in Mongolia. And here, last is Arafat Santi is acting in school, and here it said that we need to discuss and argue on the topic which we are talking, and results from our forums, results if someone or some people give it, we give some light to them to learn some education. It will be our main goal, and it will be main results if they put some enlightenment. And I want, I hope we will have this one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.